absolute bunch of freaking criminals. Imagine having an account here and not even being able to access it. Like, just listen to this. Hold on. Champ Finale Bank. You know, all for the customer, right? You. That's what I'm talking about. Let me read you what this says. Permit 838 can only be issued upon presentation of Form 202, as stated specifically in Ordinance N60. I'm alive! I want my money! Welcome back everybody to another episode of Anno 1800. We are going to be working on here in Toussaint once more, and I went ahead and filled out all this area with farm fields, so now it looks even more complete. I just really like it up against the walls like this. I think it just adds like a different form of completeness to this particular scenario that we're trying to go for. Excuse me, something coming back with my throat. And yes, you guys were correct that we are indeed talking about The Witcher 3 and Witcher universe in general, because I know probably a shameful amount when it comes to the Witcher universe, and it is probably one of my favorite games of all time, which I do at some point and would like to record on the channel. And what I did as well is I went ahead and upgraded a couple of these homes already to workers. Actually, I think I did all of them. Yeah, I did all of them. So what I'd like to do is, because of the way that we have the Department of Administration here, and seeing as how we're not going to be having like any like heavy industry type stuff happening here on Toussaint, I would like to try to get as many town halls in here as possible. And the only way to really do that is to properly space them out. This way we can actually get a decent population size in here, and it will be able to supplement Brantium's later expansion. I don't think I can fit one in here unless I get rid of some homes, which I can do. It's actually covering a decent amount, so maybe I get rid of these 4. At this point, really trying to navigate past the fact that I don't have a population size that's decent is incorrect to say. I, in fact, very much do. The only issue is that I need to actually get them over to other sources. In this case, I'm going to have to actually build a commuter pier, so I might as well just go ahead and do that really quick right now. And I think a good spot for this is probably going to be, like, right over here. It's only going to impact the field just a little bit. I can also consider doing it in the front here somewhere, because it's all just piers, so I could just have, like, a little road connection right over here. Yeah, that might actually work, unironically. Yeah, let's do something like this. Let's connect it up. Let's get rid of these, get rid of that, and just have a little road connection going to and from. Okay, so that's pretty good. We now have a lot of workers. We have a lot of farmers, which that is what it is. I can't do anything about that right now. And what I'd like to do is actually work on...
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
Oh, I wish you all would have seen my reaction just now. I rolled my eyes with this. I didn't get scared, I rolled my eyes. I really need to start live streaming one of these days. I said I'm gonna do the Season of Silver live stream. I'm still married to that idea. Just really trying to figure out a time to do it. That's the main... There's the onion, pretty much. So we have these already built up over here, and I would like to try to beautify around this centerpiece fountain at some point today. I think the most important thing to do is to get a couple of banners. Actually, let me show you guys something. I just noticed this. So if you come over here to the pedestrian pack and you go to the flag archway right over here, there are little... They look like angels, but I kind of want to RP that as eagles, really. So... You know, I'll put one over there, I'll put one over there, and look, conveniently being able to place one in the very middle is just, oh, chef's kiss. Oh, what, there's a dude chasing a dog. I've never seen that one before. And maybe we can go ahead and close greenery, maybe not just, like, basic like that. Can we at least get a tree? There we go. That looks nice. I kind of like that as the entrance there. And we'll go ahead and finish that out. So that's a good starter from this location. And then over back here, we'll have a lot of farmer stalls and whatnot. But right now, the main goal is to have a lot of homes. And I would like to definitely continue on with that. There seems to be... I think it's just maintenance costs and the fact that I'm not using a lot of propaganda right now. Skyscraper maintenance is through the roof. That is without a doubt. We just have so many. So I might actually have to consider some more luxury resources for them. Oh, this is a nice little way of fixing that problem. Look at that. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. That's what I'm doing. That looks nice, actually. I'm gonna need a marketplace somewhere back here. Let's actually go back over to this side. And we're not going to get rid of the chapels. We're not going to get rid of the churches. We're not getting rid of the schools because we're going to need them here. We're not actually, like, inflating the population beyond artisans, I believe. Now, I was actually going and looking at Toussaint a little bit. And they do actually have some pretty, like, densely populated homes in the, like, central part of the city, near the Nilfgaardian embassy. If you know, you know. But the thing about this is I would have to actually bring in some electricity sources through oil, and to be honest, I don't think I want to do that. The only way that I could possibly see this happening is if I build up that last island in the Arctic and actually get Arctic gas over to here. Yeah, sure, that would be okay, I think. Or actually, would it? No, I would need two sources. Yeah, because those are only going to run at 1 minute and 10 seconds. And then the power plant would go through Arctic gas one every 45 seconds. Yeah, so that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter at all. Well, I might kind of dig in this thing, but at the same time, I'm not really. I think another church, probably like right over into like this corner, but I do prefer the old church for this particular setting in this direction. I'm not gonna fix the road here. I kind of like that it has a little bend, so we'll put some stuff in the middle there as well. And then we will need another town hall somewhere around here. So this is going to be kind of joining in with that side. So let's just put this thing right over here. It'll get a decent amount, and I think we can put another one over here soon. Let's go ahead and put a little road connection to that right over there. Then we can have homes around it. Can we? Yeah, we can. If I just space them out properly. Can't have anything in the back there. But what I can do is something even better. See? I totally was never, ever in a million years worried about this whole idea. See? Perfect. Gonna put a nice little fountain right behind it. How's this road looking? Ugh. Like that? Okay, well, I'll do something like this. Until we can get out of this. How many is it? Oh, it actually, like, it goes to here. Okay, I see. I see. But we can fix that real quick. You know, that actually low-key kind of looks nice. I'm trying a whole bunch of new ideas with this particular build. We're gonna need a marketplace right here. We're also gonna need a pub. Love to see it. Well, I also want to work a little bit in the front here. I was looking at it, and it's very... Well, it looks pretty. Don't get me wrong. It looks gorgeous. I do want to put a couple of these, like, apple trees and whatnot in here. Just to simulate there are people walking outside here. Maybe, like, we got one guy walking over there. There's no real incentive to walk beyond the walls of Toussaint, I guess. I kind of want to try to see if I can make something happen. And then maybe have, like, some sort of apple orchard or something within the actual city itself. But I really want to get this spot kind of fixed up now. I don't know, the beautification itch is coming again. So let's go ahead and have farmer stalls. We are also going to have cheesemongers.
Exhibits under wraps. Show me the proceeds.
Nice. I'm also utilizing that whole thing for a lot of really good ornaments through this. So like the World's Fair Annex. I'm gonna put this thing right in here. That's gonna really make this place pop. Okay, it's just the general feel of Toussaint needs to have a lot of regal, beautiful type buildings and structures and layouts and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to make sure that's all happening as much as I can do, really. I'm not going to put a sandwich shop here or pizzeria, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I would want either. Have a farmer stall over at this side, maybe one over here. Florist again, maybe another florist right over here. Do you want? Yeah, we can have some fish. Not a big deal. We're gonna have one over there, and I'd like to get another stall or something over here. Kind of barren over on this side, so let's get that one right there. And a steel clock house. We'll put that like right in the front. Imperium banner right over there. Or actually, hold on, can you do this? Is it possible to like... Yeah, okay, let's do that instead. That looks nice. Can't go wrong with banners in general, so... Yeah, there we go. That's looking very pretty now. It blends in. And I like to see if people are actually going to go in there. I don't know. Maybe when we get this spot a little bit more populated, then they will, as far as the NPCs are concerned. I don't know what really triggers the NPCs actually going into these things, but we'll see. I think it's just you build around it and eventually they will. Maybe we can put a police station over in the corner here. We can also put a fire station right over here because it's going to be important. We're going to be building those up here soon. Did I actually bring in some glass? I think I did. No, I didn't, but I do want to. Because then we can actually get the champagne cellars actually built up, right? So there are particular specialists with the champagne cellars, and I don't remember them. Champagne cellar. Okay, well... yeah. So productivity, 50% attractiveness plus 7. Yeah, we're gonna need you. And then we also had the sommelier Raymond. That's it. I don't want to say Raymond. So that's yeah, we might as well get you. And then you. Maintenance costs. Yeah, so ultimately they all just like increase the productivity. I'm not gonna go with the copper distiller. I mostly want people, not items, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Because you ever played the game, right?
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Damn right we are. If you ever played the game, pretty much in Toussaint, you have like to be anything related to wine. Okay, anything. If you're like if you own a vineyard, if you're processing like SS, Ervelus, Fiorano, and any of those, you are so high up in the social classes. If you, I know that, like, I'm not going to ruin the story or anything, but if you're making Saint-Réal, okay. You are just, like, beloved by the Ducal Court, pretty much. Just don't mess it up, because, one guy didn't end well for him. See, I know my Witcher. You can ask me questions about the Witcher universe, I'll probably tell you. Like, I know the answers. This being right here knows a little bit too much about the Witcher universe, actually. Is that a negative thing to say? Absolutely not. I was kind of, like, on the fence about the whole Witcher live action, but then it has Henry Cavill in it. At least it did have Henry Cavill in it, in which case, your lip shuts, regardless of whatever that man is in. Yes, yes. The answer is yes. And anything that man is a part of, I will watch. You can only imagine my excitement when I found out he was a Warhammer fanatic. He did this one interview. Sorry, I just went quiet for a second. Like he did this one interview with, I think it was for The Witcher, and he was pointing. He's like, he asked the guys like, "Do you know anything about Warhammer 40K? You know, all that stuff?" And the guy's like, "No, not. I know a little bit, but not a lot." He's like, "Yeah, but you won't get this reference, but people at home will." And I was waiting for it. And he points to the lamp that they put in the in Kaer Morhen in the set, and he's like, "That looks like a Blackstone fortress," and I just lost it. Like, no one gets the references. I just want to give this man a hug and be like, "It's okay, I'm here for you." Totally not infatuated at all. You can't prove it. So let's go ahead and put down some universities. We're going to need to do that. I think one university being right over here is going to be fine. We're going to have one over here at some point, and I was honestly thinking about getting rid of these guys in favor of a university building, because it's right across the street from these things, really. Additionally, like, because this is kind of, like, encompassing a decent chunk of people, I was also considering this spot, because I can fit it, like, right here, and it would be kind of cool to have, like, some homes next to it, so I think I will actually opt for this location as opposed to the other one. And it'll still reach every single spot, really. We'll probably have to have one in the top here at some point. Let's see. Postal service. We're going to definitely need a postal service because we have a lot of homes here. Can't put it, like, right there. We can kind of stuff it in between. Like, maybe right here-ish? Yeah, let's get rid of these guys. I'm probably going to have to get rid of another row, honestly. Do something like this. Actually, that might look a little bit nicer. Yeah. Do something like that. Does this actually need to be connected to a road?
Here.
No, you don't need it. Okay, perfect. Looking good. And what other cool ornaments can we have? See, like, I really want to put more of these equestrian statues down to find the right spot for them. No, you know what? Just put regular paper. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, so my friends actually went ahead and got me. I think the day that this episode comes out, because I've been doing a little bit of pre-recording, one of my best friends is actually coming into town to visit me for my birthday, which my birthday, for you all to know, and I don't want anything. I'm throwing that out there right at the beginning, okay? Birthday wish is totally fine. Nothing else, please. It's November 16th, so she is coming to see me, and I am so excited because I haven't seen her in over a year now, and she's pretty much like one of my closest friends of all time. So I'm just, I'm giddy with happiness. I'm just on cloud 9 right now. She messaged me and was like, "Hey, are you gonna be free on your birthday and whatnot?" I'm like, yeah. And I'm the type of person that never celebrates my birthday. For some reason, ever since I was a kid, I didn't really find a fascination with, like, oh, okay, it's my birthday, yeah, let's do something. Never did. My parents and we would always just do a little something, which is, like, go get, like, a small cake or something, and just make it really nice, small, meaningful, and just call it a day, really. And, so when she messaged me and said, like, oh, okay, I'm coming, I'm like, no shot. You're lying to me right now. And fun fact, she was not. So I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I guess that's probably an incredible gift I've ever... One of the most incredible gifts I've ever received. Sorry, I'm trying to find this one statue, and I couldn't find it for the life of me. Let's go ahead and put a newspaper stand over here. I put a little bench, like, right in the middle there. That kind of looks nice. And I don't know, like, in the middle here, I can put, like, some fountains. That's easy. Or, you know what, I could do... Where's that gazebo plaza? It's right here in it. Put that right in the middle. Yeah, I have to start using those more. I tend to default towards fountains. I love fountains. I love everything that, you know, pertains to water and water aspects, so I kind of just like to inadvertently spam them, for lack of better words. So let's go ahead and build a long row here and a long row here. I will have to seriously consider having some form of electricity here, unless I can probably get electricity through a specialist, in which case I can just put it in a town hall and keep it like that. I've never actually looked at that.
The people celebrate your leadership.
I'm not shocked anymore to see Prosperity having freaking festivals left, right, and center, okay? I'm not surprised. Electricity. Okay, so which one of you are going to help me with some homes? Would you do it? No, it's production building. Farmer residences, no. None of you guys actually just provide electricity just for the hell of it? Really? That sucks. I thought there was something. Or am I missing something?
I'm trying to keep a low profile.
And a low profile? What are you talking about? Could you... Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Dude has a literal island full of randomness, and he wants to keep a low profile. Okay, I said it. So, yeah, he does not have what I require, which sucks. Maybe he does in the Arctic. I haven't been up there. I really did not want to freeze my ass off. Let's figure out trade union. Oh, but I mean, this stuff's only gonna be up here, isn't it? No. Skyscrapers, no. Okay, I don't get it. Why would they not add a certain specialist to help out with electricity needs? That's for the modded playthrough, probably. There more than likely is going to be something for that, isn't it? Why is my engineer pop? Oh, no, yeah. If I use my brain from time to time, right, I will know that I'm researching something and consuming 10,000 of them right now. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm not a normal person. Never claimed I was, to be honest, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of should have a semblance of what I'm doing and what I actually am planning. But no, I can't do that. I don't know why. What else have we got to put in here? Well, we don't really need the department stores. We don't need anything like that. We just... That's... yeah. I could put in some restaurants, but that means I have to actually have food. Nope, not doing it. World's Fair. Okay, this might be promising. I think I would actually like to have a World's Fair over in... It's not gonna do anything, but it would be, like... It would be nice to see it. I think back here would probably be nice, yeah. Let's go ahead and plop that down.
A bit of a coup, securing their expertise.
Okay, do we actually have enough to do this? No, we need cement. Okay, do we actually have cement here? We do. We have a limestone deposit, and it's conveniently placed right here. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. This thing needs electricity, I just remember that. Nope, can't have it then. Yeah, I gotta delete it. Yep, that sucks. Oh, that's annoying. I just...
celebrate your leadership.
Look, I would be able to bring electricity in here. I just don't want to. I just really don't want to. One island, I just don't want to bring in some electricity. We're just gonna keep it simple then. Where is the next town hall gonna be? I think the next town hall should be somewhere around here then. Yeah. That's gonna be the next spot. And we're gonna build around it. Let's get 2 here. We'll have a little row here. Yeah, we'll be able to make that work. Make this work as well. Easy peasy. Not using the mountain mines, so not even gonna worry about them. Yeah, those. So, like, in the middle here, I would like to try... Is it Modest Park? Yeah. Get a whole bunch of these apple trees and just put them, like, right in the middle. Because people are just gonna go to them just at random. I think it'll help. Oh, cool, dude. Thanks. Oh, but you know what I can do? I definitely can have, like, a museum. That'll work. I'll get rid of these homes then. I can have another big cat zoo over here, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a zoo over here. And no, we're not getting a Shalemar. If you know, you know. Of course, we're gonna have to get some more influence, but that's not a problem for us anymore. Let's go ahead and put down at least a couple of these. And I'd like to get a music pavilion. Put it, like, right there. And it's a really good thing. We have a lot of research points. Okay, so, cats. We need more cats. We need coastal leopard, lion. Where's my tiger? I don't see my tiger. Where the heck? Zoo. There we go. Tiger. Perfect. Anything up here? Okay, we got the lion. We got the coastal leopard. I need the black jaguar. Need the cheetah. Where's the other stuff? Trying to see if I'm missing any of them. Going down the list here. There's the jaguar. There's the... okay, tiger. Even though that's my favorite animal. Fine. Anything down here? Oh, I forgot the puma. No, did I put the puma? No, I didn't put the puma. And of course, we're gonna need the domestic cat. Okay, so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 9 exhibit slots, and we only have 5. 5. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Actually has a nice layout to it. I kind of like that. I guess I won't do anything with this little ridge over here. Or I can just have like a little park of some sort. So yeah, I can make like a little national park up here. Because I'm gonna go from right now. Oh, I can't even... Alright, never mind. Let's just start it from here. Bring it over to here-ish. And we'll have 2 archways right over here. Go through this spot and then up to here. Oh yeah, we're really cutting it close, aren't we? Yeah, we really are. Okay, let's just bring this over to here and then down like so. Okay, that worked out quite well. I really like the look of this zoo. Probably one of the nicer layouts I've ever done. And there's room for amenities in there as well. I've been playing Civilization 6 from time to time with my friends, and Lord, the one thing that gets me every single time, if you guys have played it, like, let me know, of course, because I always enjoy knowing what you guys are also doing. They, like, the amenities mechanic, I absolutely just, like, want to bash my head up against the wall. For some reason, that is the one thing, and it's literally the easiest thing, probably, to fix, okay? Just research bread and circuses or something of the sort, right? And you will get the, like, the parks and whatnot that you need.
Thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
Yes, I rolled my eyes again. Yeah, I know a renowned personage has arrived. She's in Ditchwater. Leave her be. Pretty much, like, every single time, it's just, like, amenity problems. And if you have amenity problems, then people are not going to want to, like, stay within your cities. And it takes longer for the cities to increase in population. It's just a whole ordeal. And then these guys over here are like, okay, we're going to go to war with one another. I'm like, huh? Please, no. I might plan ousted once before, actually. I was planning on having, like, such an elaborate conflict. And then one of my friends got triggered in a funny way. We don't get pissed at one another. That's one really good thing about my friend group. We're really solid on that. One of them got pissed, I say in air quotes, and then just, like, at random let slip my plant. And I was just sitting here like, Bray, can I have anything nice happen to me? Please? Oh, this cafe here might not be a bad spot. Okay, I kind of like that. And we're gonna need a path to get up to here. Where's... Oh, the ruined tower. Oh, that really fits the vibe here, doesn't it? Have a ruined tower right over there. And then... Don't really want to have them right next to each other, but that's a good spot, nevertheless. Picnic stuffs. No, don't feel like this is a picnicky thing. That was a tower again, wasn't it? Majestic Rock. Okay, I could probably put the Majestic Rock up here in this corner. That's kind of cool. Ash trees. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I'm gonna make the lake. I'm gonna make the lake. If you know, you know. I made the lake. Get rid of this, though. Then your way around said lake. You know, I have like a willow tree or two over here. And I'll get rid of, like, one little spot in the middle, just so I can put this there. Yeah, if you know about this reference, pretty much, I guess I'll explain it. There's a... Geralt had a sword he lost called Erendite. And pretty much at the very end, you go to a location, and your past decisions influence whether you can get the sword back or not. If you're just and if you're truthful, you will. If not, then I actually don't know what happens if you don't, because I've always been the goody two-shoes sometimes with Geralt. You know, a little bit too much, actually. Because I tried every time I play Witcher 3, I'm pretty much thinking, is that what this man is really gonna do? No. No, it's not. Geralt is not, like, his character is flawed for sure, through the simple fact that he's gone through Witcher mutations, and more Witcher mutations than the average Witcher, okay? Though the thing is, he's never been a bad person. He's always been blamed for a lot of stuff, that's for sure. But he's never actually, like, gone ahead and done something terrible, terrible, terrible. Except if you decide that you want to side with the Northern Realms. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If you do, and you are that person, okay, I'm going to have a talk with you. Go sit on my chair, and I'm going to tell you how if you side with Radovid, I'm going to smack you. Literally, the dude's a nut job. I will tell you straight up. If you've never played the game before, I'm gonna tell you this spoiler. I absolutely murder the hell out of him every single time. I cannot stand Radovid the Stern.
I'm delighted to introduce our new colleague.
Awesome. I want to try to do something with this to make it look nicer. One of my favorite characters in Witcher, I guess, this is turning into a whole, like, Witcher conversation. I'm here for it. You guys love the commentary, I think. I hope. Fingers crossed. One of my favorite characters in the Witcher universe has always been Sigismund Dijkstra. I love Dijkstra. He's just so sarcastic, and he's hilarious. I'm just thinking about this man saying, he cusses a lot. I guess I could say 1 for historical accuracy, maybe. I'm kind of weighing the options right now, because like I said, I am trying to do my best to cut down on the cursing, and I think it's working for the most part. I do let 1 or 2 slip from time to time. But pretty much Geralt broke his leg. Okay, that's what happens. And when you meet him in the game, he goes, "Never thought I'd run into the guy who made me take frequent baths." See, Cleaver, if you didn't call Junior an uncle effer, he would have also been here. I put on as much cologne like a you-know-what in a heat wave. Actually, I couldn't say that word. That word's terrible. I would never even say that word to begin with. What are these? Is that just like regular trees? Oh, I did put these over here. Okay, let me continue on with these. And obviously you have your iconic characters like Dandelion, Julian Alfred Pendergast? No, Pancratz. Viscount de Lettenholm? I don't remember what the P one is in that one, but he's an absolute nutjob. There's a part where you have to play like a certain part for him so he can secure a loan from a very rich person that he used to have relations with, and you can essentially call him the Crimson A-hole. I feel like I'm giving you guys too many spoilers. I want you to go play it if you haven't. If you haven't played the game, go do that right now. That's your homework assignment. And there are deals coming out now too, probably, because it's getting around that time where Steam is going to have a lot of sales. See, now I'm conflicted. I want to stream and do stuff for Dragon Age Veilguard for the channel, but at the same time, if you want to put those two together, I know so much more about The Witcher. I love The Witcher. I don't know. Now I'm conflicted. Maybe I have to put a poll up. Let me know if I should put a poll up. That would actually be another interesting idea to see what the masses approve of, apart from Anno 1800. Always know that I am going to try to do something Anno related to the best of my ability. At the same time, I would also like to branch out into other games and whatnot from time to time, because at the same time, I do love Anno. I don't want to get burnt out of it. And I don't think I will for quite some time. I'm just more so wanting to have, like, hey, this is a variety channel. You have the city builder aspect over here, and you have the, like, RPG style over here. It'll be cool all the way around, and yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? My money is going down. I don't like this. I don't know what's happening. I have to fix that problem. I think it's just the maintenance costs, honestly. I've never seen it that low before. I also have not... What the heck did he publish? He actually did publish a bad one. I mean, obviously everyone knows that Solaria is a bit of a precarious place to live, even though it's more of a penal colony, but at the same time, I have to figure out what's happening on that front. So we got 2 of those specialists in, right? Is that...
Hold the crane.
When is he coming back? He's just now departing. Okay. Well, that's fine. We will be able to see him one more time before the episode ends. I would like to expand the docklands just a little bit. So I'll put... Is that in front of it directly? Yeah. It didn't change. That's why I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I'll put 2 down because we are going to have to start bringing in some stuff for artisans. And we will go ahead and put some elevators here and in here. What we would definitely need to have is some canned food, but I can go ahead and get the actor for that, and I could probably bring in canned food from Isengard, so that's not a big deal. The fur coats from Amaryllis, easy. Rum would definitely be a thing. I need the glass. That's a lot of glass. Let's just go ahead with like 25. I don't want to like mass produce anything here, but that should be just sufficient enough. Rum is also a good one to bring in. I think we can bring in a decent chunk. Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it at that. We're not consuming a lot of elevators here, but we are in the process of actually making it possible to have a lot of a really good and happy population here in Toussaint. And it's already looking really pretty to begin with. Once we actually get these homes to artisans and actually like beautify the entire settlement out, it'll look so much better. And I want to devote the next episode to finishing up here, because obviously this is the Ducal Palace, right? This is where Mara is going to be all the time. Really, she's never going to leave. She even has cats, okay? So there's definitely no way this girl's ever leaving this island ever again. So we need to get over here. And we still have the Navarra here. So once that next specialist is done, which will be in 3 or 4 minutes roughly, I will bring those ones over with the Navarra, and I'm gonna head to the New World really quick because I would like to check. Yeah, see how powerful the oil generation is in Raxus? We are exporting oil from Raxus, okay? And it's still at max. That's how crazy strong this industrial complex is. It's wild. All right, are you done? Oh, you gave me max too? Let's go. Awesome. Love to see it. I don't know what I would do in this campaign if I didn't have that
People celebrate
ridiculously
your leadership.
strong friggin' football stadium. And we have plenty of oil. We have enough oil coming into UNRM, which is fine. I'm very happy about that. And going back over to here, I think we can start with upgrading them to artisans. Oh, they need soap. I forgot soap. Ooh. I knew I was forgetting something. I just wasn't sure what that something really was. So I will go ahead and put one export office back here. And we are going to use a couple more elevators and we'll bring in the soap. Where is the soap at? That's a lot of soap. We do not need that much. Like maybe 15? How would 15 do? 734 is totally fine. Because I don't think artisans need soap. What I would like to try to do is actually give them the stuff for their crafts. So if I go over here to Zerexlon, let me see exactly.
What a happy vision of yours.
Oh, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. So, clay, paper, and wool. So I can I can give him the wool, and I can give him the clay, that's for sure. But the paper, I just have not been making a lot of paper. Since we left Imbeza, I just have not gone back to really work on it too much. I guess I was pretty upset about when my mods kind of decided to go belly up. I want to make this an ornate market over here, but then back here, I will just do another open air. Yeah, so I didn't go back to that spot. Now, did we actually have the glass in here? No, I don't think we do. If I need to get some glass, I'm pretty sure Amaryllis, or actually, Navarra's might have it. You're out of this again? Oh, this is such a... Oh, it's brass. The brass is what's the problem here. I guess I can try to bring in... You know what? How much would Aluminum Profiles bring in for brass? It's not bad. Here. Like maybe 700. There we go. Bring in some brass for me, because this is crazy. The chains are awkward. What I really need to do is I need to change the output of these particular mines to both zinc and copper. There are already one of each over here. I need to have brass smelteries just be here, because I also am bringing them in from Isengard, and that's what's taking some time. I can't have that happen, really. If this thing goes down, which it has once before, it just messes up with this whole region. So this is kind of like, we want to say Rantium is the beating heart of this location. It is the capital, I get that. But this is the true heart. We can't actually fund anything over here, or over here, unless we have a decent elevator production chain. And that's a really big problem. I obviously can't forget UNRM, obviously.
I'm delighted to introduce our new colleague.
Awesome. So the Navarra is right here, and what I would like you to do is find those individuals. We need you. Specialty guess, so that means it would actually
celebrate your leadership.
need to have a pier here. Those. Yeah, you and you. Okay, well.
Bring her around. We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
I know. You don't have to say it every time. I guess I can put this thing, like, right in here. Needs to be connected with a road, right? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That's fine. I'll probably fix that out at some point. But having some additional people come through here, we're not going to upgrade it so it actually has hotels and tourists. I'm not going to even entertain tourists coming to Toussaint at all. Where are those lions at? They're in the special, aren't they? There they are. Then they'll go to the classic. Let's loop around. Oops, I messed it up, didn't I? It's because I can't see. There we go. What the heck? Did I miss it again? I think it was this one. Okay, there we go. Now I fixed it. Now I fixed it. Perfect. So yes, there have been a lot of new channel subscribers, and I'd like to personally welcome every single one of you to the Imperium, if just, you know, through my voice and whatnot. I really enjoy and love the fact that you guys are finding your way here. It means the world to me, and I definitely want you guys to know that there will be a modded playthrough after this series ends, which is more than likely going to be sometime in December, because after this island, we're going to be heading back to this Mac Daddy. We're going to finish this up, and then probably the last section of this build is to get the palace done. And after that, we will, more than likely, I'll be handing off the save file to the community. If you are interested in playing on this particular map and whatnot, because obviously this is the campaign map for the most part, the link will be posted on the Discord, so that's where it'll be. If you're not part of the Discord, link is in the description as usual. But again, it's 100% up to you. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. Never gonna. That's just not the person I am. I need to get some glass. Where's the glass? You have no glass. Why am I... Oh, yeah, I know why. I'm just touched in the head. That's what my problem is. Build this trade union, and we're gonna put these specialists in here to begin with. Sommelier and the other person. So then these ones will work very well. I think we still need to probably get some more farms. If we do need farms, then I'll build them in the front here and get rid of the checkers or the lines, the stripes, whatever the heck they're called.
orders.
Tower and Crest, you're kind of being useless right now. Head over here and get me some of the glass, because I know... Oh, yeah, we have a bunch of glass in here. And then we'll probably need a ship to bring over some fur coats from Amaryllis over to Toussaint, and I'm going to do that right now. But I actually have a ship that can do it. I have the Deception 5. Fur coats, thank you. And bring that to Toussaint, thank you. Perfect. And I'll just keep that on Rantium routes. We still haven't even fully built up this complex, and yet we are producing so many fur coats in the region. It's fantastic. Oh, also, one thing I forgot to do on Amaryllis, which I I should have, is put in the remaining items for the Saragossa Sea. And the cool thing about this one
This city is a magnet for genius.
Okay, I know! Jesus, leave me alone! Is this actually increases the attractiveness and increase visits for the island. So that's actually a really good cultural exhibit. And yes, I know I'm going to send the Tower of Jewels, I think it was called, over to Prosperity relatively soon. I haven't forgotten. Let's get this glass over here to
Sky's the limit.
And I'm just wanting to see, because this is going to really increase the speed of these champagne cellars, so more than likely they'll be even faster than what I imagine them to be. But we got the main settlement done, which is really good. We just need to start upgrading them to workers and then to artisans. Let's figure out what to do in this little spot. Really cool idea to have, like, some of these stands. Or actually, let's put... I really like the morning bread for some reason. I don't really want to mess with it too much. Actually, this would make more sense. So spin that like that, and then like this. It's a nice little cubby in there. No, I don't want that. Something like that. Yeah, that really fits the Toussaint vibe. This one in between. Florist, yeah, see that's a nice little spot right there. I'll put a telephone booth in the back there, far back. Really pretty. I'll have to utilize that little ornament a little bit more. So like right in the middle here, that'll look pretty cool. Maybe some right here and some right here. Some here, some here. We want it lit up, right? Probably put another gazebo. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Right there. Looking good. Okay. Now, did you bring in the glass? You did. Cool. I just want to see how fast these things are going to work.
The finishing touches, and there.
14 seconds. All right, how much are we producing?
People celebrate your leadership.
That ain't enough, champ. We need more. Okay. Yep. I heard it loud and clear. We're gonna get rid of as much of this grass as we possibly can. Do the same on this side. Because we're gonna need some more of these vineyards ASAP. Get rid of one section of the tree in there. Connect that up. Tuck it in, like so. Another one done. Put this one like right here. Get rid of this spot. Looking nice. So how much is that going right now? We still need a little bit more because they're going through a bunch. Max that one out so we don't have to face a problem. Put this one here as well. And we'll just extend it as far as it can go. So we got 3 farm fields over here in the front. Man, I love the medieval vibe that we're making here. The medieval Renaissance vibe. I know they're 2 different time periods, but I think it's more Renaissance with this, I guess. That's what I should have said. Oh, Town Carnival, let's go! Hell yeah. Plus 700 attractiveness. Pleasant Port Town.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Yeah, just encase this one as much as we can. And I think that's 128 fields. So then the next one will be like up here. And the road will have to go through here. Probably not the best spot for this, but whatever.
A discovery that just oozes culture.
Nice. And I think if we put one more down, we should be good to go for the long term. There we go. Instead of having the stripes in the front, now we have a whole bunch of vineyards everywhere. And let's take a look at that. Yep, even with all those, it's just on the money. So plus 15 attractiveness per champagne cellar is pretty strong. And obviously, without electricity, these things are producing a bunch of champagne. 14 seconds. Imagine if we did have electricity. I think 7 seconds is a relatively good number to say here. For the time being, I'm just going to put some of the darker shade of grass right over here, but I'll probably end up changing that at some point. So let's see, what else can we do? I think, because you guys really do want to do walkthroughs, I think before we start upgrading some of these workers to artisans, we do a little bit of a walkthrough through the front gates of Toussaint and just explore the city a little bit. What do you guys think? Let's try it out. See where we land. Right here, I think that's really nice. So that's a really good starting location. What the heck is going on here? Glitching for me. I love seeing the little carts actually utilize these roads. Look at all that, man. That's gorgeous. And we have the obelisk right over here in the front, and then entering into Toussaint itself. It'll look so much better once we get them all upgraded out of farmers. That's for sure. There is one little interesting factoid. I don't know how many of you guys know. So the learned ones among you. I'm just kidding. The ones among you of whom have actually played Witcher 3 and all the expansions and all that stuff will know of Duchess Anna Henrietta, right? Or Anarietta, whichever you prefer to call her as. Did you guys know that she is a cousin of the Var Emrys family? So she is a part of them. So technically a legitimate claim
We're in
to
the presence of a virtuoso.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, honey. I really appreciate it that you interrupt me all the damn time. she actually can have a legitimate claim to the Nilfgaardian throne. The only thing is that her family has always, or that section of the family has always reigned in Toussaint. And she is the second child of her father, the Duke. I don't remember what his name is, unfortunately. There are a decent number of Witcher characters that weren't named, right? Or had names and they were later, retracted or changed or just completely made to be completely obscure because they wanted to add like some sort of mysterious element to this. Like, for example, Emir's father, okay, Emir's father, Fergus Far Emrys, was a very weak emperor, okay, very weak. And essentially it came to the part that because of how weak he unfortunately was, there was this massive revolt, uprising in the empire in which he was overthrown. And the Var Emrys family had been ruling Nilfgaard for quite a decent amount of time up until that point. So when Fergus was deposed, and Brathens, being one of the mages that was on the side of the guy who took the throne after that part, which I'll get to in a second, Brathens put a curse on Emir, essentially turning him into a urchin and porcupine type person, and essentially cursing him, saying that how did that quote go in Gwent? Hold on. True love can hinder such a curse, but who would love such a freak? Yeah, that's how it is. And the only way that the curse will break is if he actually marries someone of whom truly loves him, which happens. He actually breaks free of that curse, marries the person who comes to become Ciri's mother, of whom is Pavetta, and the curse is lifted from him. So before that happens, and he's actually exiled under the name of Duny, the guy who seizes the Nilfgaardian throne is only referred to as the usurper. And even if you go and play Gwent, the standalone game, you can play the general. You'll see the general who becomes emperor, but he's always known as like usurper officer, usurper general, and the usurper emperor. And he has a really cool effect. Like, he actually can deploy some agents on the enemy side, and then his effect is to recall anybody who has like an agent logo. So you can pull over some dude's, like, I don't know, 20 card, for example, a 20-point card, because everything with Gwent is based on points. But when apparently this dude did have a name to bring this all together, the dude did have a name, but when Emir regained control of the empire, he wiped all records of this guy. So there's no name, no section of his name actually written down. There's absolutely nothing pertaining to him. And you would think that would deter Nilfgaardian nobles to go up against the dude who literally is called the White Flame, who dances on the barrows of his enemies. Not to be confused with the White Flame that dances on the graves of his foes, which they changed for the game. Oh, I'm going so deep into the lore right now. I was there when the deep lore was written, damn it. Yeah. But, yeah, so the thing with Nilfgaard, actually, too, that a lot of people don't know about is Nilfgaardians are human, for the most part, but the Nilfgaardian language and their actual culture group is hybridized between themselves and a section of the elves. So you're actually able on, if you're really adventurous and you want to go and explore this a little bit further, if you go on the wiki and you look up the Nilfgaardian language, and then you look up the Elvish language, right? You'll be able to see quite a few similarities there. I know a little bit, okay? I haven't gone fully into it. It's an unfinished language. Like, you can go through the game a little bit, and you'll hear some of the troops from Nilfgaard be like, Anart Fain, or Gloan Turn Kazer, stuff like that, which is like, glory to the emperor, I'm sorry. And the first statement being, glory to the eternal sun.
Celebrate your leadership.
But it's an unfinished language. I think they really wanted to focus more so on the Elven language per se. Like, they fleshed that part out a little bit more, and I think they went further in depth with the live action, but I'm not certain. I didn't watch all of the live action, at least the last season. I watched the first two. The third one I was kind of just like, Okay, it's Henry Cavill. I'll just skip to the parts where I see Henry Cavill in. They ruined one of my favorite characters, which I'm not even going to talk about at that point. This is going to make me upset. But yeah, now that I have Dragon Age, I think I was incomplete statement from before. Now that I have Dragon Age Veilguard, I'm kind of going in between either doing that one for the channel or doing Witcher 3. I do want to do Witcher 3 at some point, regardless of how good or bad the reviews are. That's one game that I absolutely love and adore. Absolutely. Just like the Settlement. And you know what, to be perfectly honest with you, if they give me, like, I can't have copyright strikes anymore, and I haven't received any copyright strikes at all. What happens is you can do revenue sharing, apparently. That's something that's new, so obviously I have to write it correctly in the description of each video so that doesn't happen to me with actual copyright strikes. That would be absolutely terrible. To have the Witcher music play in the background, because you can't, like, walk through, I don't know, Novigrad and not have the music playing, in my opinion. You can't have that happen. You can have that happen in Velen, because Velen is a literal hellhole, but at that point, we're not going to be staying in Velen for too long. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my little randomness of Witcher facts. And that music is so loud, even though we're so far away from it. Toussaint is looking glorious. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope my randomness from, like, all these random talkings of Witcher and all that stuff aren't annoying you, and you enjoy the commentary and all that stuff. I'm a work in progress, okay? You guys are being very patient with me, and I just need to be a little bit better on my explanations and keeping everything clear and concise and all that good stuff. You know how it is. Get the nervousness out of me, you know, that's still a thing, you know, I'm always still nervous when I get on here, because I still, like, I'm breaking free of that comfort zone that I have on not speaking with many people, I guess, you know, that's just a normal thing. But at any rate, for me at least, at any rate, I will catch you guys on the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. Thank you all, as always, for all of your support. It means the world to me. Mara, I hope you're loving your settlement. And by the time you actually get to this part in the series, I really, really hope you do.
Finally, we have possession of that curiosity.
And I legitimately cannot do an intro or outro without being interrupted by the NPCs. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.